I love working with lines. There are so many versatile and different ways that you can use them to keep coming up with new designs and creative graphic visuals. So to achieve a line, there is 2 ways we can do that. We can use the Canva quick code of pressing the key letter L and a line will appear. Don't pull up to make it thicker, you need to pull down and then you can pull up and create the thickness of the line that you want. You can also make it shorter by pulling it in from the sides. These up and down toggles, these white ones, horizontal and vertical toggles, when they appear, it allows you to pull it in and out. When there are circles on the end, you can only change the overall size of the object. And as you do that, you'll notice that the pixels will appear for the height and the width. The benefit of that is that, say you were creating something for a website and you wanted to have a transparent border around it, you can create the size of the shape that you need within that, and then you can create the actual, what we call in the design world, the canvas, or the size of the canvas behind it to be the right pixels that you need. But we're working with lines at the moment, so we want to create a thin line, and you can pull it in like that. If you forget the quick code, you can always come over here to elements, type in lines, and a number of lines will appear. However, these ones are sized a little different. If you want to make it bigger or smaller, it's going to size the overall size of the line. I'm going to change the color so it's a little bit easier to see, but then you can always pull it out from here. And then if you click on it again and you're thinking, you know what, I don't have the horizontal toggles, you will need to come back and shorten it. Click on it again, and sometimes it just doesn't work, which can be really frustrating when dealing with these lines. So I always like to use the quick key because it gives me a whole lot more versatility to change the height and the width. Because when we change the height and width, we can do so many things with them. I'm going to duplicate that. Command C or Control C to duplicate, and then Control or Command V, or you can just come up here, highlight the item and duplicate it. I'm going to create this one as a thinner line, and then pull it out, and then I want to pop this over the top. I might make that a wee bit smaller, and you can see here I've just created a really lovely border. I might make a thicker line for the bottom, and that has allowed me to define this space elegantly within this canvas, and I can then go on to create a number of different things. I could duplicate this and pop it down the bottom. I could pop another one on the edges here. And so forth. I might want to make these, now that there are multiples, a little bit thinner. Whoop. Sometimes when you're getting really thin, we need to play with them a little bit more. And see how that just refines the whole effect. Here are a number of other lines that I've used. I've just displaced these two. I have stacked them on top of one another and changed the colours. I've moved them along the edge. There are hundreds of thousands of different ways that you can use lines. Up here on the intro tile, I've used lines. Instead of underlining the text, I've placed a line behind it. And this is a really popular design technique at the moment, to just have a background line that only goes through half the text. It's really modern, it's used in lots of magazines, and it's incredibly versatile, and I'm really loving it at the moment. Or we can use lines in this way to break up space. If, say, we wanted to put some text in, I could just just put the text here. And then say I wanted to put an image, maybe use this one, scroll it down a bit, put it there, pull it out. See how these lines have filled that empty space and created some real interest to the design? This is why I love lines. And I think when you start to play with them more, you will too. As always, if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below. Like, share this post, because I think lines should be one of your favorite things to design with as well. See you next time.